Hello and welcome to the Economy This Week series of Drishti IAS. I am Ritu and today's session is about important economic events which had happened in the past week, and this session is important for your GAS 3 perspective. So let's move towards to the points of discussion. So first of all, we are going to discuss about the decarbonization of India's logistics. Then we are going to talk about the exfoliating dead skin. Then we are going to talk about the goals rising share in India's forex reserve and digital threat report 2024. So these are the topics which we are going to cover up in today's session. So let's start with the first topic of discussion. So first topic of discussion is related to decarbonization of India's logistics. So what is the vision of Viksit Bharat by 2047? So in that vision, we have envisioned that the environment should be clean and we should not emit much pollution. So this is also part of that particular vision at the rate 2047. So here what we have to take care of is that how we can reduce the impact of climate change on our environment. So here if we'll talk about the environmental concerns related to the logistics, so what we can see that a green efficient logistics network is vital for equitable growth and sustainability. India's logistics sector is highly carbon intensive, contributing about 13.5% of the total greenhouse gas emission, in which road transports are the biggest contributor with 88% of the logistics emissions. Warehousing, domestic aviation add to the carbon load. Reducing emission from these components is essential to achieving net zero by 2070. So here we can see that how we are creating burden on our environment. So we are going to talk on all these matters. So global best practices. So if you'll see that how other countries are promoting the best practices, if we will take an example of China and the US, they have shifted significant freight traffic from road to rail, which emits far less CO2. India must also expand rail freight and rail services so that people should not use much the road transportation, which are the largest contributor to such kind of the logistic burdens. So here we must progress and decarbonize the logistics. Then green innovations in India. So we must have the electric highways. India is piloting overhead electric wires for freight trucks on Delhi-Jaipur corridor. Then maritime transport, there's potential in LNG powered ships, biofuel, solar powered vessels. Warehouses, a shift to renewable energy, solar, wind, geothermal can greatly cut emissions. So here we can see that India has taken much effort, but still we have long way to cover. Then if we'll talk about the air transport challenges, so yes, we do have air transport challenges because air transport is difficult to decarbonize due to the reliance on refined fuels. Those sustainable aviation fuels can be an option, so we need to search onto that. And what could be the way forward for this kind of the problem? So decarbonizing logistic is about more than cutting emissions, and how we can cut it. So we need to promote the public transportation, which should be clean, which should use the clean fuel. So we need to boost rail freight share, electrify road logistics, use green fuels in shipping, make warehousing energy efficient. So with smart and what you can say productive and investment technologies, we are able to achieve this target. So we must think into this particular area. Now let's discuss to the another one. So as you already know that Drishti IAS is in Noida, and we have launched IAS foundation course in Drishti IAS Noida. So this is prelims cum mains offline batch kind of thing. So here what you can see that if you want to enroll into the English medium, these are the details. If you want to enroll into the Hindi medium, these are the details. This is our address C171/2 Block A, Sector 15, Noida, and nearest metro station is Noida Sector 15. And if you have any queries, you can call us on 87501. Also, this particular course is available on Drishti Learning app in online mode. So if you want to avail and this thing, we have upgraded few features on it, AI based features. So we have this AI quiz, we have this AI summary, and we have this ask me a question. So these all features are very much useful for your preparation, that will be very much useful for your quick revision, resolving your doubts, practicing your prelims MCQ. So these things are very much important. So you can choose offline and online mode according to your convenience. Now we are going to discuss about the next topic, which is about the exfoliating dead skin. So this is the news. So as you have heard about the Kanpur, and Kanpur is called as a leather city, but what we can see that the leather city workers are not in a good shape because of the various environmental and economic concerns. Their work is compromised. So here we are going to talk about the tanning industries and how people are affected because of the closing of the various tanning industries. So we'll discuss. So here we have taken a case study of the Ramnath Yadav, and Ramnath Yadav has shared his experience that earlier we used to have a lot of tanneries, and around 1 lakh people used to work in these tanneries, and earlier he used to make what you can say 3 lakh or 4 lakhs per year by working in the tanneries. Right now he is just making 60,000. So he says that because of the closing of the tanneries we are not able to get the job, there is a pay cut, and that's why this particular sector needs to take care of, and government must think about these workers and this industry also. Then here if you'll see that what are the health and environmental fallout here. So National Green Tribunal is hearing cases regarding heavy metal pollution, chromium, mercury in Kanpur Nagar, Kanpur Dehat and Fatehpur. Health camps have revealed that there are certain health impacts we have. One is neurological and respiratory diseases, liver damages and skin conditions, poor healthcare infrastructure, lack of metal testing lab, and the Ganga river is particularly polluted because of the chromium and mercury. So this is about the tanning and leather industry. So we had already discussed the plight of the workers there, because they are suffering from the job insecurity, lack of social benefits like PF and gratuity, informal employment conditions. So what are the policies and politics and criticism we have? The Uttar Pradesh government has said that they are going to introduce some new measures for it, but till now they have not introduced. And so many experts have also criticized that because of the promotion of Hindutva ideology, because most of these tanneries are owned by the Muslim stakeholders, so these particular sector is what you can say diminished and undermined by the government. So these are the criticism people criticize related to the government. We do not know that whether it's fully or partially wrong or right. Here looking ahead, so what we can do that. So the government proposed leather cluster aims to modernize the industry with better waste treatment infrastructure, and Kanpur MP Ramesh Avasthi says it will control pollution and revive business. And while all these promises seem sometimes futile, because most of the workers have shifted their job, they have migrated to the big cities to do the daily wage, they have migrated to other occupations also. So there is an urgent need that the tanneries, the condition of the tannery worker must be taken care of, and there should be the alternative solutions. If they are creating pollution, there should be alternative solutions to work on to that. Then here we'll discuss some more aspect, which is the gold rising share in India's forex reserve. So this is another topic. So as per the World Gold Council, India's gold share in foreign exchange reserve has nearly doubled from 6.7% in 2019 to 12% in 2025. So in just 6 years, what we can see that it has nearly doubled. And India's forex rose from US dollar 677.84 billion in April 2025, led by an increase of US dollar 892 million in foreign currency assets. So this is about that. So here we'll talk about the foreign exchange reserve, forex reserve. So what is this forex reserve? We already had discussed this topic in our daily programs, but for briefly I'm going to tell you. So forex are reserve asset held by the central bank, and RBI is the Reserve Bank of India, is the central bank of the India. So it has foreign currencies. It may include foreign currencies, bonds, treasury bills and other government securities, typically denominated in US dollars. And it is important to maintain the balance of payment, and RBI is the custodian of the forest reserve in India. And what is its purpose? So it helps to meet the demand when there is a crisis kind of situation, when there is a situation of economic shock. So in order to stabilize the economy, this particular forex reserve is needed, and they also need serve as a buffer during global financial shocks, ensure confidence in monetary policies. So if there will be a declining trend of forex reserve, the monetary stance of the RBI will change. So it influences the monetary stance and what you can say, any stance of the monetary policy committee. So here we can see that the components of India's forex reserve. So we have this foreign currency assets, largest contributor, then we have this gold reserves, second largest contributor, and then we have this special drawing right. So it is not particularly or there is a what you can say a particular currency, but its value is determined by the 5 major currency. One is the US dollar, second is the euro, which is used in European countries, then Chinese renminbi, Japanese yen, and British pound sterling. So this is about the special drawing rights. And there is also, we have this reserve transposition with IMF. So through this, many country can borrow without any logistical and without any bureaucratic thing. So without any strict condition, they can borrow and they can maintain their balance of payment. Here we can see that top countries in terms of gold reserves held. So US, if we'll talk about, so here we are talking about the percentage. So US has largest percentage, which is 76.4. Then we have Germany, then we have Italy, France, Russia, China, Switzerland, India. So India is still below here, and we can see that so many countries are higher in number. Now we'll talk about the next one, which is about the Digital Threat Report 2024. So what is this about Digital Threat Report? So for the first time, India has ever released the Digital Threat Report 2024. And what its aim? So its aim to strengthen the BFSI. What is this BFSI? So it is banking, financial services, and insurance sector. So there must be a cyber security into the BFSI sector. And the report highlight the evolving cyber risk and outlines strategic measures to protect the nation's financial infrastructure. So here you can see that what is the Digital Threat Report. So it is being it is in collaborative efforts by CISA, Strategic Information Service Agreement, a global cybersecurity firm, along with the Computer Emergency Response Team, short in NCSIRT Finance. And it provides comprehensive analysis of the cybersecurity, cyber threat, malware, and what can be measures we can take to cure these kind of the things. So it also suggests the stronger security measures, improve compliance protocols, and enhance threat detection capabilities. So it made us to think about that how we are able to tackle this particular problem, because we can see that various countries are indulged into the war, and cyber threat was biggest issues they were suffering, especially by the Ukraine. So here we can see the key highlights. So cost of data breaches. So global data breach cost rose to $4.88 million, 10% increase. In India, the average was $2.8 million. Then digital expansion and risk. BFSI digital payments are projected to hit $3.1 trillion by 2028, increasing cyber threat exposure. Then phishing surge. As you already know that there is a prominent journalist, Nidhi Razan, who has become victim of this phishing surge. So what happened in phishing surge, that there is a fake email sent by imitating one of the biggest personalities or one of the biggest institution, and they ask money for you. So these are kind of incidences have been surged by 175%. Here you can see, especially in India. Then there is a crypto risk, exchange and wallets targeted via malware. Social engineering, business email compromise, and phishing up to 54% involved pretexting. Then AI in phishing. So they generate realistic emails mimicking trusted sources. LLMs misused. Tools like Worm GPT and Fraud GPT help criminal draft convincing phishing malware. Chatbot phishing. AI bots stimulate real interaction to extract personal info. So here we can see that how much dangerous they have become, and this report has highlighted the chilling cyber threat we are suffering, and India is also suffering in these kind of circumstances. Then what can be the key recommendation? So there must be a continuous employee training so that they are able to detect that which kind of threat they are going through. And there must be the AI detection, phishing technology, AI detection, malware technology. Suppose that if anybody is attacking on anybody infrastructure or anybody's system, so there must be AI generated response, AI generated warning, so that we can avoid such kind of the circumstances. So this is about that. Now we'll talk about the practice question for prelims. With reference to cybersecurity threats in India, BFSI sector is 2024. Consider the following statement. Phishing attacks in India declined in 2024 compared to 2023. The cost of data breaches in India reached $2.18 million in 2024. Business email compromise is no longer a major threat in India's financial sector. Which of the statements are correct? 2 only, 1 and 3 only, 1 and 2 only, 1, 2 and 3. So you can answer into the comment section. Then we can discuss. Next question, as of February 2025, what is the approximate percentage of gold in India's foreign exchange reserve? We had discussed it. 6.7%, 8%, 10%, 12%. You can answer this. Then we'll talk about the next one. The value of special drawing rights is based on which of the following currencies? US dollar, euro, Japanese yen, Chinese renminbi, Swiss franc, British pound sterling. This is also very easy one. Select the correct answer using the code given below. 1, 2, 3 and 4 only, 1, 2, 4 and 6 only, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6 only, all of the above. So you can answer this also. Then we are going to discuss which of the following is not a component of India's foreign exchange reserve. Foreign currency assets, gold reserves, reserves transposition with IMF, contingent reserve arrangement. This is also easy one, we had already discussed. So you can easily answer into the comment section. And what are the key highlights of today's discussion? That we had talked about the gold reserves, we had talked about the foreign forex reserve, we had talked about the central bank RBI, we had talked about the phishing attacks, we had talked about the digital threat report. So these things are very much important for your examination. So do check it again and again and do revise it. That's it for today's session. I hope you like this session. If you have any queries later in the session, kindly ask into the comment section. Thank you. Have a nice day.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.